for 300 points.
Yes. Come on. Yes.
Is one of the D's banked? Oh. All right. What was it? Box. And the other B?
Bread.
And what was it? Green.
Dang it! All right, all right.
All right, teachers, are you ready to play your round 3?
Yes.
You need 7 correct answers to win. Lori,
Yes.
you'll kick it off this time.
All right.
We asked America, my mom's all-time favorite hobby is blank. Top 7 answers are 30 seconds on the clock. Go, Lori.
Reading. Sleeping.
Crocheting.
Threading.
Gardening. Dishwashing.
Sewing. Washing.
Teaching.
Coughing.
Cleaning.
Thinking.
Drinking water.
Ditching.
It's not enough. The DJs have won the game. There it is. You 4 are heading off to the bonus round for a chance to win $15,000. What were the other answers? S. Shopping. And DW? Drinking wine. I'll do that. And C. Cooking. What's the last one? Traveling. All right, come back and see if they can do it when America Says continues.
Hey.
Done yet?
Yeah, sorry.
You sure?
Come on, wild thing.
If you ride, you get it. Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
For a limited time, ARS Rescue Rooter will buy back your old inefficient HVAC system when we take up to $1,750 off your new energy-efficient heating and cooling system purchase. Visit arsgeorgia.com.
Call ARS and Rescue Rooter.
They say if you get the job you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
And we love that at DBL. We get to tell it like it is, even if things get a little heated.
And since we're always live, you'll always see us 100% real.
But it's not just about what we think. We want your opinions on what's happening in our world.
And we guarantee on DBL, we're never going to hold back.
Because we talk about what you're talking about.
3, 2.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live, and let's get right to it.
You know, with current events, a lot of people are avoiding going out to dinner. But that doesn't mean dinner can't come to you. Let Instead of Flowers bring delicious gourmet meals to you or any of your loved ones today. These incredible meals are already prepared. You don't have to do a thing except heat and serve them. So many delectable choices, including vegetarian, gluten-free, even kids' meals. Instead of restaurants, go to insteadofflowers.com. The safe way to dine. What a great idea.
Schedule your annual AC tune-up now with ARS Rescue Rooter for only $59. But do it fast. This $59 AC tune-up special ends soon. Visit arsgeorgia.com.
Call ARS and Rescue Rooter.
Closed captioning sponsorship brought to you by...
We offer a free book on mesothelioma. Call for the free book and receive so much more. Call 1-800-791-2000.
Welcome back to America Says. DJs have won the game, and now they will have a chance to win $15,000. Okay, here's how it works. We have 4 fill-in-the-blank questions in this round. If you guess the top answers for all 4 of them within 60 seconds, you 4 are going home with $15,000. If you get stuck on a question, can't think of it, you draw a blank, you or anyone else on your team can hit the skip button, okay? But you can only use it once. D-Ran?
Yes.
We're going to start with you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Here we go. For the first question, I just need the first answer, though, okay? 60 seconds are on the clock. We asked America, the best gift for a newborn is blank. And our top answer, go.
Diapers.
There it is. took 1 second off the clock. Nikki, now we're going to start with you. And this time, I'm going to need the top 2 answers. Okay? We asked America, I love to put ketchup on blank. And our top 2 answers, Nikki, go.
French fries. Hamburgers.
And you don't mind if I do that dance?
Just like that.
Thank you. Crystal.
Yes.
For the next question, I'm going to need the top 3 answers.
Ooh,
Got it?
Yeah. Okay.
Come on.
We asked America, my favorite famous bear is blank. And our top 3 answers, go.
Yogi Bear. Smokey. Winnie the Pooh.
Okay, Mitch, you're going to start us out on question 4. I'm going to need the top 4 answers. Okay? With 53 seconds on the clock, we asked America, I'm always impressed when I see a good blank collection. And our top 4 answers, go.
Card.
Apple. Cars. Race. Apple.
Ace. Cat.
Apple. Ridiculous.
30 seconds.
Art. Can. Rhinoceros.
Candy. Reading.
Cans. Coat.
Clothes. Reich.
Candy. Right. Reading.
Oh, almost. And the C was for a coin collection. Of course. And the R? These guys are DJs. All right. That's $1,000 that you guys are taking home, though. You guys played a fantastic game. That's our show. We'll see you next time right here on America Says. Goodbye, America.
The coronavirus has everybody on edge. We get it. But 11 Live is here for you because the more facts you know, the less scary it becomes. We'll keep you informed and keep everything in perspective. Join the mission with us. Facts over fear. 11 Alive is where Atlanta speaks, and actions can speak louder than words. That's why we partnered with the Greater Atlanta COVID-19 Response and Recovery Fund to help those most vulnerable. We invite you to join us. To learn more and donate, visit 11alive.com/donate.
Pinnacle Home Improvements, take 1 and action.
If you want to make your home pretty like this, then you need to call Piccano.
Cut. Bailey, don't forget it's pronounced Pinnacle.
That's why I said Piccano.
However you pronounce it, Pinnacle Home Improvements will install a new roof for as low as $89 a month. Windows for your entire house from only $79 a month. Or new siding from just $99 a month. Call now, Pinnacle Home Improvements.
That's why I said Piccano.
Some people think our law firm only takes on the biggest cases with the most serious injuries. The truth is, many of our cases involve car crashes, slip and falls, and work injuries. But here's the thing. What makes us different is that we don't actually believe those cases are small. Even a low-speed crash or a slip and fall can cause serious injuries that last a lifetime. And that's a really big deal. If you've been injured, dial Pound Law. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
The American Red Cross urgently needs blood and platelet donations and asks healthy donors to schedule an appointment to give during this coronavirus outbreak. Patients are counting on life-saving transfusions. Visit redcrossblood.org.
Live from the 11 Alive studios, our special coronavirus coverage, Facts Not Fear, starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sheba Russell. It is Monday and the beginning of week 4 of the quarantine. We are continuing to track the spread of COVID-19 here in Georgia, bringing you Facts Not Fear. Let's take a look at the latest headlines at noon here. Drive-through rapid testing opening up on the campus of Georgia Tech. How long the process takes. Plus, new CDC guidelines advising to wear a mask or face covering in public. We'll show you how to make your own at home. And leaning into your faith despite social distancing, one pastor's message of hope in a time of uncertainty. We begin with the latest coronavirus numbers here in Georgia, updated just moments ago. There are now more than 7,300 confirmed cases, over 1,300 hospitalized, and close to 230 deaths. Fulton County still has the highest number of cases, now over 1,000. We've got you covered with the Facts Not Fear, and coming up, we're talking live with 11 Alive medical correspondent Dr. Sujatha Reddy, answering your health questions about the coronavirus. If you have something you would like her to answer, text us at the number on your screen, 404-885-7600. And remember, text, don't call. Please include your name so we can get to your question. Rapid coronavirus testing is now available on the campus of Georgia Tech. The state partnering with CVS and the school promising results within minutes. But you can't just show up. Nick Sturdivant has more on what you need to know.
Officials here tell me that Atlanta is one of the first 2 areas that CVS is launching this rapid testing. Their goal is to do 1,000 tests daily. CVS says they got this up and running in a matter of days, partnering with the state and Georgia Tech on this. This is free. Basically, how this works is you get pre-screened online and register at CVS's website. You do have to meet CDC criteria, which prioritizes who should get testing. The testing site is located on Peachtree Place, again, on Georgia Tech's campus. When you pull in, basically you stay in your car, you'll check in with officers, and then they'll guide you into the parking deck where testing is taking place.
A positive test only takes about 5 minutes, and negative tests can take up to 13 minutes. So we're saying on an average 15 minutes. So one of the guiding principles for us was to have a site where we can do large quantities of testing. Like, we wanted to have capacity that can meet the demand. So this particular campus obviously was recommended by the state.
And this is just limited to drive-ups only. Testing will be available each day. You can learn more about this on our website at 11alive.com.
All right, Nick, thank you. This is new at noon. A sheriff's deputy testing positive for COVID-19. The Dawson County Sheriff's Office saying they're recovering at home under quarantine. The deputy originally diagnosed with a sinus infection and placed on restrictive duty. There's a new date for the Masters. The 84th annual tournament, which was scheduled for this week in Augusta, is now set for November 9th through the 15th. All tickets already purchased for the April dates will be honored in the fall. Chairman Fred Ridley making the announcement. He also shared that the 2020 Augusta National Women's Amateur is canceled due to scheduling challenges. A new petition to shut down the Atlanta Beltline already gathering more than 7,000 signatures. The big concern, overcrowding. This is video of the trails from yesterday. Governor Brian Kemp's statewide order allows people to exercise outdoors, but advises to use caution by avoiding peak hours, respect social distancing, and no gatherings of 10 people or more. Dozens are also calling on Governor Kemp to close the state's most popular beaches after they were allowed to reopen under his statewide shelter-in-place order. Over the weekend, the governor tweeting out this video of Tybee Island showing few visitors, saying the beaches are being patrolled, but critics say allowing the beaches to remain open increases the chance of group gatherings, and that can raise the risk for exposure. Meanwhile, Governor Kemp has named Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter the co-chair of a new coronavirus community outreach committee. Business, state, nonprofit, and religious leaders are among the 16-member group. Look for more details on this committee in the days ahead. If you do have to leave your home, wear a face mask or face covering. That's the latest recommendation from the CDC. Christy Diaz joins us from her home with more on the guidelines to protect yourself.
Let's acknowledge this is a complete reversal from the advice we got just a few weeks ago. But the CDC now says this could be effective in preventing the spread of the virus. The key here is that citizens need to focus on wearing non-surgical masks. This could be anything from a t-shirt to a bandana, so we leave the N95s for healthcare workers. They say this is because asymptomatic people are a big reason this virus is spreading. People can look and feel fine, but still have this contagious virus in their system. So the CDC now recommending everyone wear some sort of face covering in public, especially in settings where social distancing is hard to maintain, like in grocery stores. Several local law enforcement agencies have posted pictures showing their officers wearing masks around the community. Now, you don't have to know how to sew to make a mask. I posted a video over the weekend showing how to fold a mask to wear. All you need is a couple rubber bands and something about the size of a bandana. The CDC also posted step-by-step instructions on their site, one where you do a little sewing, another one where you don't. Now, the CDC says this is not intended to protect the person wearing the mask, rather to prevent it from spreading to others, but it's still important to wear it, especially if you're the person who is asymptomatic.
There are also new suggestions for the checkout line. The governor's office offering tips on how to safely use debit or credit cards. It recommends using no contact pay if you can, like Apple Pay. Hold on to your card, don't hand it over whenever possible. And be sure to clean your card using soap, hand sanitizer, or alcohol after each use. The Cobb County School District easing parents' concerns about how kids will be evaluated during these weeks of digital learning. In a letter to parents, the superintendent says students can accept their grades as of March 13th. That was the last day of in-person classes. Or they can use e-learning to improve them. But there's no risk of grades falling below where they stood on March 13th. Students in grades K through 8 will be reported as pass or fail. Also, Hall County schools making the transition to a 4-day week for the remainder of the school year. Beginning next Monday, the district will e-learn Monday through Thursday. The district says a We Care Friday will provide family flexibility, recognizing the added stress of this unprecedented time. Well, one pastor is urging people to lean into their faith rather than away from it right now. That pastor sharing how faith fits in with our days of social distancing. Chesley McNeil has the story.
As the days of sheltering in place and self-quarantining get longer, fear and anxiety can grow stronger, leaving many to feel alone.
I think you cope by having hope and knowing that this too shall pass.
Dr. Sherman Scott pastors the Life Church in Marietta. He still connects with his members through live streaming and encourages his congregation to remain at home during this time.
I think dealing with the unknown is always, a time where people could lose hope because you just don't know. We have to make sure that we continue to build ourselves up in this faith. Use this time as a time of reflection, develop yourself. This is a great time to get reacquainted with your family, with your children, husband and wives. I mean, use this as a staycation and focus on the positive things.
Dr. Scott also says for those of us who have managed to cope, we should spread hope to others by using various means of communication so they don't fall into temptation.
We're living in a world today where we could be quarantined, but we're not alone. We have technology, we have FaceTime. We can call each other, we can communicate with each other. And I believe this is a time where we really just need to encourage each other through different means that we have available to us.
Words we all need right now. Did you hear about this one? A tiger at a New York zoo tests positive for COVID-19. What does it mean for your pet safety at home? We're taking your questions straight to our expert. 11 Alive medical correspondent Dr. Sujatha Reddy is standing by, ready to answer your coronavirus questions. So let us know if you have one. Text us at 404-885-7600. And remember, text, don't call.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97. Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. on 11 Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11 Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11 Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11 Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11 Alive today.
Welcome back. Here's another look at the latest numbers from Georgia's Department of Public Health. And as of noon today, there are more than 7,300 confirmed cases of coronavirus here in Georgia. Over 1,300 people have been hospitalized and nearly 230 people have died. Fulton County still topping the list here with more than 1,000 cases overall. And we know you have a lot of questions about the information you're seeing and hearing, a lot to digest. 11 Alive medical correspondent Dr. Sujatha Reddy is here helping give you the facts, not fear, about COVID-19. So let us know if you have a question. Text the number right there. It's 404-885-7600. Happy Monday to you, Dr. Reddy.
You too, Shiva.
Thank you for joining us for another week of questions. As the weeks progress on, people still have a lot of them here. Kimberly shared, I am a healthy, active 61-year-old, but I have the sickle cell trait. Am I at high risk because of that?
I think that's really going to depend on how many problems she's had related to sickle cell. Typically, when we're talking high risk or coexisting medical conditions, the thing we've seen make the most difference is going to be things like heart disease and lung disease and anything that affects your immune system. Sickle cell might, trait probably shouldn't, but I think disease would.
Okay. And Mari asked, how concerned should we be about the rate of false negatives? I read the story about the bodybuilding nurse practitioner who was experiencing symptoms, initially tested negative with the nasal cavity swab, but a second swab from the back of his throat came back positive.
The tests we have are actually quite good, and the false negative rate should be very low. Having said that, I don't think it's as crucial if you're not feeling that poorly. So if you have mild symptoms right now, getting tested may not be the most important thing. The testing is definitely getting more available. There's more out there, but still, if you're having mild symptoms, I wouldn't get too hung up on the testing. But in general, the testing is accurate because you're actually looking for a piece of the virus. So the false negative rate should be low.
All right. Natalie wants to know, and this has to do with the tiger at the Bronx Zoo testing positive for coronavirus. Does that mean it can spread from animals to humans now? What does this mean for our pets at home?
Yeah, great question and a big concern. The good news is, reading about the tiger and the other big cats at the zoo, they really think they're going to be okay. And coronaviruses as a family have been around for a long time. And so some of them do affect animals. But so far, if you look at WHO and CDC, they're telling us that our pets should be okay. And so far, animals, including domestic pets, have not been a vector for the disease, meaning we're really not able to get the virus from our pets. There's not a lot of data about our domestic cats and dogs getting sick from coronavirus, but right now that's not a major concern. The one caveat I did come across in my research was if you have pets and have tested positive and have coronavirus, it's probably best to have someone else look after your animals while you're feeling symptomatic, just so you don't give them anything perchance. And also, more importantly, so you don't get anything from them while you're dealing with one illness already.
Absolutely. That's the new guidance because it's believed that this tiger got sick from one of the workers at the Bronx Zoo. All right, Dr. Reddy, one viewer wrote in, do medications for autoimmune diseases like MS put me at high risk?
Potentially. So if you're taking any kind of medication that's an immunosuppressant, and very often for diseases like MS and for autoimmune diseases like lupus, you have to be on medicine, or you may be on medicine to suppress your immune response. And yes, if you get sick, that could make it harder for your body to fight any virus, including COVID-19.
Jean wants to know, I am a senior with pre-existing medical conditions. What precautions should I take when going to the grocery store?
Yeah, again, great question, because that's really the time that most of us are out in the open these days. So while you're at the store, if you can go to the special hours where there's going to be less people for senior citizens, I would do that. I think if you're at risk and vulnerable, wearing a mask, since we have that new guidance, is a good idea. Try not to touch your face, your eyes, your nose, even with your mask, especially your eyes, until you get home. Can sanitize your hands, or even in the car. I've done this for years. I'd recommend everyone do it. Keep a bottle of hand sanitizer in your car. You get in your car, you just get in the habit of sanitizing. Whatever you've touched is going to be taken care of. But I would also just keep that social distance in the store as much as possible.
Yeah, I've had my bottle of hand sanitizer in my car since December, Dr. Reddy. That's around the time I started getting sick. All right, Cindy asked, can the virus be spread by landscapers blowing?
Yeah, no data to say that. I don't think, again, we've talked about the virus being airborne and in the air, but that is not how people have contracted it. So no, I don't believe landscapers are going to spread this any more than like a hand dryer in a bathroom. Those are not going to do it.
All right, stay put, Dr. Reddy. We're going to come back with more questions for you and more answers for all of you out there. We'll be back.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97. Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear, on 11 Alive News Prime Time, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message.
Welcome back to Facts Not Fear at noon. Dr. Reddy answering your coronavirus questions for us. These questions just came in, and the first one's from Sherry. Dr. Reddy, she wants to know, is it safe to go to a hospital for a 3D mammogram? I'm concerned about COVID-19 exposure since I will be directly touched by the mammogram technician. Should I consider rescheduling after the COVID-19 surge?
That's a great question, Sherry. In my opinion right now, I would say if you're feeling fine and this is a screening routine, pretty much an elective thing, I would wait until this is over.
I'm surprised that they're actually taking they're taking appointments, because that's on my to-do list and I didn't think we could schedule it right now. So we got it, Dr. Reddy. Thank you for the advice. All right, let's move on to Kelly. Kelly wants to know, I am prone to get bronchitis. I had it a few weeks ago. Am I more prone to the virus because of that?
You know, that kind of depends. You know, if you, for some reason, have a lung ailment like asthma that makes you more prone to that, possibly. If you're one of, like, many people who get like one bad bronchitis a year, probably not.
Okay.
You know, it just really depends on what's going on. But again, if we all stay in, we're going to beat this. We're going to do fine. But just stay inside, stay put, and you'll be okay.
And would you say that bronchitis often could make people feel like they have coronavirus as well, the symptoms that they have?
You know, possibly. The way the virus affects the lungs, and it does it pretty rapidly, is it's creating infection all over. And because it's a new virus, our bodies don't know how to fight this. And so the pneumonia, which we're seeing from the coronavirus, is causing difficulty breathing, that shortness of breath. People have described it hurts to breathe. So all those things sometimes can happen with bronchitis. One thing that I've seen with the symptoms of coronavirus is it's more typically a dry cough as it starts. When you have bronchitis, it's usually more a productive cough.
Okay, all right. Lewis texted, does hand sanitizer expire like soap?
You know, a lot of times hand sanitizer, and that's a great question, Liz, hand sanitizer has a date on it, but since mostly it's, you know, alcohol, it probably doesn't expire. And since it's so hard to come by, I wouldn't be too worried about the expiration dates right now. I think if you have some that's expired and that's all you have, I would use it.
All right, and Meg wants to know, can homemade cloth masks be washed and dried after each use, or do they have to be discarded?
I think if you have a cloth mask, I think you can wash it and dry it. I don't think you have to do it after each use. If you leave it out to the air, if you come home, you don't need to wear it. So if you leave it out on your table for a day or two, if there is any virus in there, it should be okay. But you absolutely, depending on the material, I'm assuming it's a washable material, washing and drying it will kill whatever virus.
This is something I wanted to know. Can you put Lysol on these masks?
You know, the reason I don't think I would is I don't think I'd want that Lysol back on my face. So, you know, I don't think you need to do that. We know on soft surfaces, the virus lives about 24 hours. So if you come home and leave it to air dry overnight or for 24 hours, if there was virus there, it's going to be gone. I think before I put Lysol, I would just put it in the machine wash.
All right. Okay. Next question. Is there a blood test that will show if someone has already had the virus? I had a lot of the symptoms back in February.
That's coming. It may be there, but it's not for public use yet. But that's absolutely going to be very important. You know, again, we're all going to stay in. We're going to get through this first wave. But then if this is going to be part of, you know, what we're dealing with as far as flus and colds, coronavirus in our future, we're going to need to know who's been exposed and who hasn't, especially in a year or so if we get a vaccine, because if you've already had it, you may not need the vaccine. So I do believe that will be a very important part of how we take care of ourselves down the road. Not right now, but yes, there should be a blood test with looking for the antibody to say you've had the infection.
And we could help other, other folks with coronavirus if we know that we've had it already. That
Correct.
would be very helpful. I'm waiting on that one. A nurse asked, how long does the virus live in the deceased person or host once they have passed?
Ooh, that's a good question, and I don't know if I have an answer. I don't think we've done research to say that, but typically, you know, since it's not a bacteria, you know, it's probably needs the body to be alive, I would guess. I don't think it would live very long, but I can't say that 100%. I've not seen much data on, you know, post-mortem cultures of the virus.
Okay, Dr. Reddy, that does it for us for today. At least we appreciate your time as always here on Facts Not Fear at noon. Have a great day. We'll be back with more.
Majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97. Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear, on 11 Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11 Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11 Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11 Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11 Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97. Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to...
We've all been told about the importance of frequently washing your hands to prevent the spread of coronavirus, but the soap you're using may have outlived its effectiveness. Our Y Guy explains.
You see it on milk cartons and packages of meat. Right there on the label is a date telling you the clock is ticking toward the time when you need to toss it. You expect to see an expiration date on food, but soap? In this time when hand washing is so important, we're going to explain why you might see what appears to be an expiration date on some soaps. The folks at Dial Soap tell us the date on their products indicates the shelf life. That's a little different from an expiration date. Generally, the shelf life of soap is 3 years. Dermatologists tell us some soaps are made with animal fats that can spoil. Fragranced soaps use oils that slowly alter once exposed to oxygen. A soap's ability to kill microorganisms like bacteria can only work for so long. It's up to the manufacturers to determine the shelf life, and the generally accepted time for soap is 3 years. What it means for the bar or liquid soap you've had sitting around a while is this. The folks at Dial tell us that after 3 years, they can no longer guarantee the desired effectiveness of their products. Our dermatologists tell us you'll probably want to toss a 3-year-old bar of soap, especially if it's cracked and dried. But if it's all you got, it's better to use old soap than go without washing. One dermatologist noted that if all you have is a 3-year-old bar of soap, you're not washing your hands enough.
If you have a question for Jerry Carnes, our Y Guy, send it to us on Facebook, Twitter, or email. Ellen DeGeneres has been doing her part to exercise social distancing, but starting today, you'll be able to join her once again. The comedian is launching the return of her daytime talk show from her couch. Ellen's new shows, well, they were put on hiatus due to the coronavirus outbreak a few weeks ago. She says the show has since figured out how to produce the show from her home, and you can catch her first episode today at 4 right here on 11 Alive. We are continuously updating the 11 Alive app with what you need to know about the coronavirus pandemic, and that's where you'll find a breakdown of Georgia's shelter-in-place order. It began on Friday, as well as maps tracking the virus and advice if you have lost your job due to the outbreak. Thank you so much for watching Facts Not Fear at noon. I'm Sheba Russell. Stay safe, everyone.
Ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97. Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear, on 11 Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11 Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11 Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11 Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11 Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11 Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97. Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11 Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid